We pour staggering resources into stretching the human lifespan, measuring success by the sheer number of days we can delay the inevitable. Too often, this pursuit leaves the elderly isolated in clinical environments, adding time to their clocks without adding life to their years. On the Japanese island of Okinawa, the reality of aging looks entirely different. Here, individuals routinely cross the century mark while maintaining absolute physical independence. In places like Ogimi, a rural community widely known as the Village of Longevity, centenarians are not isolated patients. They tend their gardens, socialize continuously, and remain deeply woven into the operations of their society. This density of healthy centenarians prompts an obvious question. Are they simply the beneficiaries of a subtropical climate and a unique diet, or is there an underlying cultural engine driving this endurance? Medical science can keep a heart beating, but the residents of Okinawa demonstrate that the physical body thrives longest when the mind has a compelling, joyful reason to wake up each morning. At the core of their resilience is a Japanese philosophy known as Ikigai. It translates roughly as the happiness of always being busy, a profound, guiding reason for being. This diagram illustrates Ikigai as the convergence of four distinct elements: what you love, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what you are good at. Looking directly at the center, this precise intersection provides a stable, lifelong sense of fulfillment. Locating your own center requires careful self-reflection. For the residents of Ogimi, it is the defining motivation that pulls them out of bed, ensuring that no day feels wasted or empty. It is an active orientation toward life. This sense of purpose dictates the specific physical, social, and psychological habits required to sustain a human body over 100 years. The first practical pillar of this lifestyle is continuous motion. The Okinawan language lacks a strict equivalent for the Western concept of retirement, because giving up the work you love is seen as severing your connection to your purpose. You won't find these centenarians pushing through heavy gym routines. Their days are built around frequent, unforced physical activity, weeding their vegetable gardens at dawn, walking to the community center, and moving consistently through daily chores. They treat the body like a natural spring. If water flows constantly, it remains clear and fresh. Consistent, low-level physical maintenance keeps the biological machinery running without wearing it down. Physical momentum is only half the equation. The second pillar shifts the focus from the individual body to the surrounding social structure. They form networks called a moai, informal, lifelong groups of friends who function as a second family. Members pool their resources to provide financial support during difficult times and gather regularly to celebrate the good ones. This deep cultural reliance on teamwork, known as yumimaru, ensures that no one navigates aging alone. Knowing that a robust safety net exists significantly reduces the chronic anxiety and stress that damage the heart over decades. A long life requires endurance, and that endurance relies entirely on the continuous motion of the physical body, supported by a community that refuses to let anyone fall. The third pillar governs what enters the body. The Okinawan approach to sustenance is defined by restraint and immense variety. This diagram illustrates their famous 80% rule. Instead of eating until they are completely full, Okinawans stop eating slightly before their hunger is entirely satisfied, preventing the cellular exhaustion that comes from digesting massive meals. Looking at the data for their daily intake, we see a heavy reliance on a foundation of grains and colorful vegetables. Meat and refined sugar are consumed rarely, with vegetables alone accounting for more than 30% of their total calories. The final pillar addresses the mind. Sustaining a life for over a century demands a psychological resilience capable of absorbing profound loss. The oldest residents of this island are not sheltered individuals. They survived horrific tragedies, including the loss of 200,000 lives during World War II. Yet they choose not to carry the heavy burden of animosity. They navigate the passage of time with a stoic serenity. By letting go of a past they cannot change and refusing to worry over an unpredictable future, they maintain low stress levels and greet their neighbors with a simple smile. A carefully managed diet keeps the physical organs functioning, but an emotional lightness, a heart unburdened by resentment or fear, ultimately shields them from the wear and tear of 100 years. The longevity of Okinawa is not locked to the coordinates of a single island. The principles of Ikigai outline a universal human potential that anyone can practice. Finding your own purpose does not have to be a frantic puzzle. It is a process of patiently observing what naturally draws your focus and pursuing work that brings genuine utility and beauty to your days. The instructions left by the centenarians are straightforward. Unhurry your pace, eat lightly, rely on your friends, and refuse to step away from the work that fulfills you. Ultimately, the raw duration of our time on Earth is a secondary metric. What matters is the clarity of our focus and the depth of connection we bring to the hours we are given. When you awaken your inner potential and apply it in service of others, every sunrise shifts from a passing day into an absolute blessing. Those who take the time to discover their true Ikigai do not need to search for a magical fountain of youth. They already possess exactly what they need for a long, resilient, and joyful journey.